Welcome back to Golden Years Finance, the place where we break down complicated retirement decisions into clear, practical steps you can actually use. Today we're tackling one of the biggest questions soon-to-be retirees face. Should I take my pension as a one-time lump sum or as a monthly payment for life? If you've been losing sleep over this, you're not alone. According to a recent poll from the Employee Benefit Research Institute, more than 60% of workers approaching retirement age aren't sure which option makes the most sense for them. And this isn't just a math problem, it's a life decision. Take the wrong option and you could shortchange your future self. That's why, in this video, we'll go step by step through a break-even analysis you can do yourself. You'll see how the numbers work, but also how factors like health, taxes, and peace of mind play into your choice. By the end, you'll be able to say, now I actually know which option fits my situation. Why this decision matters. Let's start with a quick story. I once spoke with a gentleman named James, a 62-year-old engineer who had built up a sizable pension after 30 years of service. His employer offered him two options at retirement: $350,000 lump sum or $2,100 per month for life, with a 50% survivor benefit for his wife. James wasn't sure. He liked the idea of controlling his own money, but he also liked the idea of a guaranteed monthly check. Without a framework to analyze it, he was stuck. And that's exactly where a break-even analysis comes in. Step 1. Understand what each option really is. A pension annuity, monthly payments, is basically the company acting like an insurance company. You give up the lump sum, and they promise to pay you a certain amount every month for the rest of your life, sometimes also covering a spouse. A lump sum means you take the entire present value of the pension now, roll it into an IRA or another account, and you invest or spend it as you see fit. You assume both the investment risk and the longevity risk, how long you live. Knowing that distinction is key because it affects every other part of the analysis. Step 2. Run a simple break-even analysis. Here's the simplest way to compare. Divide the lump sum by the monthly payment to find how many months of payments it would take to equal the lump sum. Break-even months equals lump sum divided by monthly payment. Using James's example, lump sum, $350,000. Monthly, $2,100. $350,000 divided by $2,100 equals 166.7 months, or roughly 13.9 years. So if James lives longer than 13.9 years after starting the pension, the monthly option would pay out more than the lump sum, not including investment growth, taxes, or survivor benefits yet. This is your first checkpoint. But don't stop there. Step 3. Adjust for taxes. Remember, most pension payments and rollover IRAs are taxable as ordinary income, but timing can matter. With a lump sum rolled into an IRA, you control how much to withdraw each year, which can help you manage your tax bracket. With monthly payments, you have less flexibility. The income shows up every month, no matter what. James discovered that if he took the lump sum and drew $2,100 per month from an IRA, he could actually keep himself in a lower tax bracket for a few years before Social Security kicked in. That made the lump sum slightly more attractive from a tax standpoint. Step 4. Factor in investment growth. If you take the lump sum and invest it, it might grow. If you invest conservatively at 4% per year, the math changes. Let's run a quick illustration. $350,000 invested at 4% annual return could pay you $2,100 per month for about 20 years before running out. If you earn 6%, it could last longer or pay you more. On the other hand, the pension annuity might be equivalent to a 5% or 6% guaranteed return depending on your age and the payout. In today's low-interest environment, that's hard to beat. So your break-even isn't just about years lived. It's about the return you realistically expect to earn and your risk tolerance. Step 5. Consider longevity and health. This is one of the most overlooked but important parts. If you have a family history of living into your 90s, the monthly payment becomes much more attractive as a hedge against outliving your savings. If you have serious health issues or you don't expect a long retirement, the lump sum might make more sense. James's father passed at 67, but his mother is still alive at 90. He had to weigh that in his decision. Step 6. Survivor benefits and peace of mind. Most pensions offer some form of survivor benefit. A 100% joint and survivor option means your spouse gets a full payment after you die, but usually at the cost of a lower monthly check while you're alive. With a lump sum rolled into an IRA, your spouse inherits the account. You have more flexibility but also more responsibility to manage it. Sometimes the deciding factor isn't purely financial but emotional. Do you want a guaranteed check you can't outlive, or do you prefer to control and potentially grow the money yourself? Step 7. Work with real numbers for your situation. Here's a simple worksheet approach you can follow. 1. Write down your lump sum offer. 2. Write down your monthly payment. 3. Divide lump sum by monthly to get break-even months, years. 4. Estimate your realistic life expectancy. Use the Social Security Administration's calculator. 5. Estimate a conservative investment return you'd actually earn. 6. Consider your tax bracket now and in the future. 7. Consider survivor benefits or your spouse's needs. 8. Ask, which option gives me more flexibility? Which gives me more security? Do this on paper. Seeing the numbers often brings clarity. A second story, the couple who chose monthly. Karen and Miguel, both teachers, were offered similar lump sums and monthly options. After running their break-even, they realized they'd have to live only 11 years to beat the lump sum. Both had healthy parents in their 80s. They also didn't want the pressure of investing a large amount. They chose the monthly annuity. 10 years later, they're thrilled with their steady income and don't worry about market swings. A third story, the widow who took the lump sum. Conversely, a client named Rita, 60, with no children and some health issues, took her lump sum, rolled it into an IRA, and set up her own withdrawal plan. She liked the control, and because she didn't expect to live to 90, she could spend more comfortably early in retirement. Putting it all together, the real power of a break-even analysis is not to make the decision for you, but to give you a clear, objective starting point. When you see how many years to break even, how taxes affect each option, how investment returns change the math, how your health and spouse factor in, you're no longer guessing. Call to action. If you found this breakdown helpful, imagine how much easier your retirement planning could be with a full picture of your income, taxes, and investments. That's exactly what we're building here at Golden Years Finance. Practical, clear, step-by-step guides for people just like you. Here's what you can do next. Subscribe to Golden Years Finance and turn on the bell so you don't miss upcoming videos like how to maximize Social Security and 5 mistakes to avoid when rolling over a 401k. Share this video with a friend or coworker who's facing the same choice. You might save them thousands of dollars or years of stress. Remember, your retirement is too important to leave to guesswork. Run the numbers, weigh the non-financial factors, and make the choice that gives you both security and peace of mind. Thank you for watching, and here's to making your golden years truly golden.